Welcome to our new series, The 200 Movie Challenge. Our goal this year is to watch 200 movies that we haven't seen yet. If you want to listen to the full podcast where this clip is from, the link will be in the description. Now enjoy today's movie.
Yes.
Soto, you did watch a second movie for today's episode. What was your second movie that you watched?
So I said to myself, I think that this movie is not long enough. And it's too new. So I decided to go all the way back to 1962 and watch an almost 4-hour movie introducing Peter O'Toole. And that movie is, of course, Lawrence of Arabia. And I'd always, this is a movie that's been adjacent to me for a very long time. I like old movies. There was always screenings when I went to school of this in 70 millimeter. And obviously 70 millimeter is like the equivalent of like 8K back in the day. So I want to see it. It was free. Well, free for me based on my subscriptions, but it was a free movie. And I said, fuck it. I'm going to go all the way back to 1962. And I watched Lawrence of Arabia, and that was half my day. It felt like half my day. So I've gone completely against everything I believe in with movies with my first two movies of this year, and have watched the longest fucking movies that I could probably choose.
And it's funny because this actually won in 1963, because you're right, this came out in 62, but this won 7 Academy Awards and also won Best Picture. So you've done, yes, this was also a Best Picture winner.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not. I laughed because I went, that you selected 2 Best Picture winners, because I'm thinking I might go through it, because again, this is a movie I have not seen. I don't know if I'm going to do this for the challenge just because, like you said, 4 hours, but I could probably split it up. I actually own it because I used to collect Best Pictures.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, don't you own all the Best Pictures?
Yes, and some of them are still wrapped. Some of them are still sealed. But that's
so you have this?
I have this. But anyhow, you've chosen now 2 Best Pictures.
Oh my God.
So I had
not
a laugh
on purpose.
at that.
Not on purpose, everyone.
And not just 2 Best Pictures, so 2 movies that are well over 2 hours long. Like you could have done so much. But so. Yeah, no, again, I've heard a lot of great things about this. Again, I have not seen this, so who knows if down the road this will appear on my list. But overall, what were your thoughts on this? Like, I mean, obviously you went from something brand new, and now you've done something old. Did you enjoy this?
I enjoyed the shit out of this. This is one of the most gorgeously shot movies that I have ever seen. It's funny, both of these movies are actually incredibly beautiful to look at. Lawrence of Arabia, though, I mean, there is no CG in this, no special effects. There might be some set effects and things like that, but overall, this was absolutely gorgeous. You could see in the print that I saw, you could see the sand glistening in the desert. Peter O'Toole is great in this. I didn't expect the storyline to be as kind of complex as it ended up being. I mean, I guess it's going to go that way when the movie's almost 4 hours. I thought it would be much more of an epic, and then it kind of goes down in scale like as the movie goes on. But it still maintains. This is absolutely like pure cinema. It's wonderful to watch. I enjoyed it. Again, super long. If you're watching this in a movie theater back in the 60s and you had an intermission and you could have a cigarette, maybe a beer, it would make this probably more palatable, especially seeing it on a really, really big screen. But overall, I thought that this was just, a complete masterpiece, work of art. It does not surprise me that it's Best Picture. It's kind of funny because did not expect. That's not why I chose it. I just chose it because I chose it because I've been meaning to watch this. We talk about movies that you should have seen by now, and this is one of those movies that for me, it's like I felt like I should have seen this movie by now. And so with the opportunity to watch, 100 new movies, I said, fuck it. It's there. I'm going to watch it and see what it says. And yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of it.
So now sort of the main question is, since this is your second film, would you rank this higher or lower than Oppenheimer?
Oh, higher. I have to.
Quick reasons why.
I have to. It's just Lawrence of Arabia is a work of art. It is just beautiful to look at. It's all practical effects. It's just great story. It's sweeping. I just love the performances in that. And Oppenheimer, I mean, it's funny because they're both kind of actually biographical. Oppenheimer is just kind of like, okay, yeah, this happens, this happens, this happens. Yep, there's some character development, all that stuff, but it didn't have an emotional impact for me as much as Lawrence of Arabia did. I mean, Lawrence of Arabia was just, I was filled with like just such like awe and joy with how beautiful it was. And Oppenheimer, I understood that it was beautiful, but I didn't feel any sort of emotional connection. So for me, Lawrence of Arabia just it's just a no-brainer.
Interesting. Again, two movies that I'm probably going to see somewhere. Don't know if I'll get to them this year, but definitely on my list. So, but yeah, those are your two movies this week. Soto.